And this is something that we say often about prophecy. If you believe, and this is advice for any churchgoer out there, people who think that they get a word from God, they don't get to just go get the microphone and say, I have a word and start talking. Okay. No, all of this prophecy, this is like really one of like maybe the only case, there could be another, but this is one of the only cases in which we are to judge something. Otherwise, we are not to judge. God is judge. And so when you receive a word from God, there are several things. I'll go over a couple of them real quick. But number one, you must be able to remember and hold the word. Because if it's something that you think of and then, oh, I forgot, that's not true prophecy. That's something that didn't come from God. Because if it came from God, the Holy Spirit brings all things to remembrance. And so you would remember it. Even if you suppress the word and 2 hours later at the service time is over, you could go up and you could say, hey, I got this word at the beginning of the service. Here it is. So that's the thing. You have to be able to remember it, because if it's from the Holy Spirit, it brings all things to remembrance. You will not forget. So don't worry about forgetting it.
That would be word coming
it won't return
immediately
void
if you forgot it. So that's not
exactly.
Check.
And so
What's
the next thing is you should be able to write it down. And so when you get this word, write it down, because if you're writing it down, then it will be clearly communicated. And if you read it a little later and you say, I have no idea what this means, it's void, because it's nothing. Mm-hmm. And so it would come into you that way. So the next thing is you should be able to, once you do those things, then okay, it's from God. I wrote it down. I remember it. So now I should tell it to someone. And you tell it to someone, and then they now have the opportunity and the privilege or the responsibility to judge that word, being that you've gone through all of this stuff. And so then they'll probably give you some feedback, whether maybe it's not the right time or the right place, or
no.
And if
it's a word for someone, like you're talking about, it would be the right time and the place, whether that person wants to think so or not. So
true.
But if it's a general word, not specifically designed at a person, then it may not be the
then
right
it could
time
be like,
to
hey, well, we're right in the middle of the sermon, so let's just wait till, like if it's in a church, for example. So let's wait till it's done, and then you can go up there and give your word, like that type of thing. It might be, there are some governing bodies that might dictate your schedule. You don't get to just interrupt things. So that's what I mean.
I'm going to interrupt you right now. You should interrupt. If it's a true word from Elohim, no man-made structure should stand in your way. I understand being polite and all of that.
Exactly. But that's
ask,
you.
You ask, and if they say no, I would speak it as I walk out and be like, this is not the place for me. You know what? Like there's,
exactly.
Goes back to love everything under him. He's number one.
Yeah.
If he's giving you
and that's
real,
the etiquette of the
you have to
church.
know his voice. You have to know his voice to be bold like that, to stand up and speak it in the first place. Because if it's not his voice and you're telling someone something, oh, God told me to tell you, and he has not spoken, that is a place I would not ever want to go to. So if you're going to stand up and speak in the first place, you better be pretty sure that this is from the Most High and it needs to be said at that moment. If you are convinced in your soul that that is true and someone tells you to sit down and be quiet, that's not the place for you to be. You should leave that place.
Then you need to leave.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's not the correct
so the point is you're not going to like jump up on the stage and interrupt it and start screaming whatever the word was. That's what I mean. You're going to bring that to whoever the MC or the pastor that's not on the stage or whatever. You're going to tell them. And if they tell you, hey, no, and you're like, wait a minute, I vetted this. I know it's a word. I wrote it out. I can remember, whatever. You checked all these boxes. You learned about prophecy and you believe this, and they're shutting you down. Then there's a very good, then you need to leave that place, because that's not a church for you. If you have, first of all, every believer has the gift of prophecy.
They should be able to discern in you that you're telling
exactly.
And whether they want to hear it or not, they need to listen to it. And if they're not willing to do that, if they're, just their routine or their ego, and it's like, well, if a word was going to come in this church, it would probably come to me. If
then get out.
He would speak to the shepherd before he would speak to the flock. So you probably didn't hear that.
Get out.
That's not the place for you to be. Just be aware. There are people out there who are not doing things in your best interest.
Right. Well, they want to control. And so that's the big thing. Like when you bring that word to a leader, if that person is in tune with God, a lot of times they should hear that same thing as well. And so when you tell them that, they will say, you know what? I agree. Or I just had a dream about that. Or I heard that yesterday. Or you know what?
Exactly.
I heard that. But like it should have instant and immediate confirmation. And that's another way to know that whoever you told, that leader, is also in tune with God and with the Spirit, because they should, if what you have is true prophecy for that place, they should have the same thing right there. Because what you are doing in that, in bringing it to them, is you are confirming whatever they should have already done or listened to. And if it's not the case, then either, yeah, you need to get out